The U.S. District Court for the Central District of California granted ex-Secretary of Defense Gotabaya Rajapaksa's motion to dismiss Ahimsa Vikramatunga's lawsuit against him for the assassination of her father, Lasantha Vikramatunga. The court held it lacks jurisdiction to consider Vikramatunga's claims because, in the court's view, Rajapaksa is entitled to common law foreign official immunity for the alleged acts of torture, extrajudicial killing and crimes against humanity. The court found the acts were committed in his official capacity as Sri Lanka's Secretary of Defense. The court made no finding on the actual merits of the allegations against Rajapaksa, which include his alleged responsibility for the extrajudicial killing of Lasantha Vikramatunga and for Sri Lankan government's campaign of violence against journalists during Sri Lanka's civil war. The plaintiff and her counsel will challenge the decision.
So as I said before, in form of a disclaimer, please note that I haven't read any comprehensive part of the judgment. I have only going on excerpts that were just WhatsApp to me for the purpose of this very brief analysis, and therefore one must not expect me to have studied this judgment fully in detail. But based on what I've read, what was sent to me, this judgment given by the U.S. District Court in California appears to base the reason for the rejection of the claim on the grounds of jurisdiction based on a principle that is an old international law principle of sovereign immunity, and they name it in several words as foreign sovereign immunity or sovereign immunity or international immunity, but it all revolves on one concept, that is of sovereign immunity. The fact is that when a sovereign acts within its sovereign territory, that sovereign is supposed to be protected from other states trying to look at the justiciability of that action. So that is really very closely linked also to the concept of justiciability or non-justiciability, that is the ability to judge someone, and the acts of state or the actions that are done by a state, qua state, as a state. So these are all very related concepts. Now this judgment has been, I believe, the reason is related to that. Whole principle was that it was only the sovereign, meaning the head of that state, when he acted even overseas in a certain capacity, he could not be touched by domestic courts of that country. However, over inflection of time and the evolution of law, that has extended to acts of state officials as well. So what this judge is trying to say, I believe, my interpretation is that the allegations raised by the plaintiff in this case, Lasantha's daughter, I believe, has been based on the acts committed by Mr. Rajapaksa during a tenure of office and under guise of that office. As to whether it was so or not so, and whether the act complained of was actually going beyond that, is not an act that the U.S. court has gone into, because they have immediately accepted the fact that, well, you are saying that such and such acts have been done in his capacity as a Secretary of Defense or whatever, as an act of a state official. And no sooner that act of a state official is taken up as a defense by that official, then he is covered by this concept I call of state sovereignty or state immunity or sovereign immunity, which makes it non-justiciable and an act of state, and therefore a domestic court will decline to hear that matter any further. So that is the long and short of the basis I see of this order given by this U.S.